everyone, today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree Harley Quinn Suicide Squad bat. Now it's for Halloween so it's not perfect, but you're going to need a plastic bat, masking tape, letters, brush, paint, Sharpies, and a clear gloss. Here's the bat that I bought. It actually came with a plastic ball, but I gave it to my dog so who knows where that is, but they have them in all different colors, but they don't have the natural colors. So here we have some light brown paint that we're going to use. A foam brush. I think the foam really works well on the plastic. Again, you could spray paint it. I don't do spray paint. This, the way I'm going a long ways makes it look more like wood grain, so I highly recommend that. It actually looked a lot like wood grain, which I was pretty surprised. And you can see I just painted one coat. And I'm just finishing up some little spots, because when you touch it, it actually peels right off, so you really have to let it dry. This is my second coat, and that's just how that looks. Now the second coat is really going to help cover your color, especially if it's a darker color like mine. If you can get a white one or a light color, that would be great too. I'm going really fast because I don't know if you want to watch paint dry. So cover everything. Definitely put some newspaper down so that it stays nice and clean where you're working. So here I am just starting to plot out the bottom of her bat where the handle is like a Harley Quinn pattern or a checkered, like a diamond pattern. So I'm just doing a black line around with Sharpie to give me a guide for painting. And now I'm using the red to do the alternating points of the diamonds. I realize now that I'm left-handed and I should have the camera on the other side. Then I'm just going to paint the black line with some black paint all the way around. It's hard to make it perfect, but again, this is for Halloween, so it's for fun, not for accuracy. A little tedious, but easy enough. Then here I'm just going to go in with some red. I actually did darken my red paint a little bit with a touch of gray, just to give it that flatter color that her bat has. You know, kind of give it more of an edgy look instead of like bright red. And so just did the alternating red. I let it completely dry. And then I went back in and finished. The longest part of this is letting things dry. It's not actually a very time-consuming project. So that was the red. And then I also took my blue paint and added some black, and you can see me mixing it here because I wanted it to be sort of a grittier blue. I had a really like primary color blue, so I'm just mixing it up. I do this all the time with my craft paints because I like to get the perfect color that I like. Then I'm just going to fill in the center diamonds. You can find lots of stills of her bat that you can use as a reference, which is what I did. As you can see, I have that cool picture up there with all the different sides of her bat. And then I'm just filling in the blue, leaving an edge of the brown in between the blue and the red as best as I can. Then I just printed out the font for her bat, and I traced it. I actually printed it too big the first time, so the top one is obviously too big. But then I did it again and I just traced it, and then you fill it in with red Sharpie and edge it with black Sharpie. And I actually really love how these letters came out. I think I'll be using them in other craft projects, but just cut them out, which is again a little tedious. But if you have some sort of cutting machine or anything, definitely use that. You could also print them on sticker paper and just stick them on, but I just used some plain old white glue and just plopped them on. There we go. Now I just took a Sharpie pen and started writing the rhyme to her that's on her bat, and it's actually from one of the cartoons, I believe, but I found it online and I can put it below. I just started writing it as sloppily and messily as I could, which isn't hard because I have terrible handwriting. And I alternated some words with the red Sharpie to kind of make it look a little more crazy, and just all the way around. Then I added some like parts and sort of drug my finger to make them bleed a little, and that's your bat. So because the paint chips off so easily on plastic, if you spray painted it probably would be a lot better, but I wanted to protect it, so I used some of this Martha Stewart high gloss clear paint. I guess it's more like a clear coat, and I just did it all over. Now anything that you did in Sharpie, I would be very careful because it does make it bleed a little bit. So if you notice, I'm sort of dabbing instead of swiping across the parts that I wrote on. But the letters and stuff is fine. The paint, it goes over really good, and it really seals it in, and it gives it a shiny look like a bat would have. Now I'm just taking masking tape and regular tape. My masking tape's from the Dollar Tree, so it's not real sticky. So I take clear tape to tape it onto the bat, and then just wrap it really, really tightly. It ripped, so I have to start again. But just wrap it really, really tightly and squish it on there, all the way down the handle. Then cut it off, tape it again. I had to finish the little edge up the top, so I did that really fast. Just squish it on as tightly as possible, then some clear tape, and you're good. It gives it that rustic feel. And I just dipped the edge into the clear coat because I had forgotten to clear coat that. So there we go. Then let it dry really, really well. I let mine dry overnight, and you're all done. Very easy. So please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and happy Halloween, puddin'! Always be awesome.